In this lesson, we're going to start off by setting up our project. Now the first thing you're going to need to do is download the assets that we're going to be using in our game. You can download these assets by signing up for the free Ocean Cleanup support course on the CompuKids website. Now once you downloaded the zipped folder, we're going to need to unzip it or extract it. On Mac, you simply need to double click on the zipped folder and it will automatically be extracted. On Windows, you're going to need to right click on the zipped folder and then select Extract All. Now once you have your assets extracted, we're ready to jump into Scratch and start building our game. Once we are in Scratch, the first thing we're going to do is delete the cat, because we do not need him in our game. So just right click on him and click on Delete. Now we're going to import some new sprites. So to import a sprite, click on this folder icon. Then navigate to the assets folder that we just downloaded and select rope. And then click on Open. Now if you are new to Scratch, you might want to check out our free Introduction to Scratch course. We're going to select Import a new sprite again, but this time we're going to select on hook.png and click Open. Okay. Now before we start coding or adding some scripts to our sprites, we're just going to tweak them a little bit. So first, select on the rope sprite. Then at the top of the screen, select the Costumes tab. Then at the bottom right-hand side of the screen, there is a button that reads Convert to Vector. Click on it, and you'll see that the control or the buttons will jump from the left-hand side of the screen to the right-hand side of the screen. Okay. Then click on the tool right at the top. It says Set Costume Center. Click on it, and you'll see this plus sign will appear over our sprite. Click and drag that plus all the way to the bottom of our sprite till it's just at the bottom tip of the rope. And then lift your mouse up and Scratch will reset the center of our sprite to the bottom of our rope. Now we're going to do the same thing for the hook sprite. So click on the hook, click on Convert to Vector, click on the Set Costume Center tool, but this time we're going to set the center at the top of the hook in the middle of that circle. Perfect. Now select the Scripts tab again. Now one last thing we're going to do before we start coding is to resize our hook sprite, because it's a little bit too big for our game. So to resize a sprite, click on the Shrink tool at the top of the screen, and your cursor will change to the Shrink tool. Then move it over to our hook, and every time you click on your hook, it will get a little bit smaller. For our game, we're going to need to click on the hook about 10 times to get it to the right size. 10, perfect. Now move your cursor around and it will change back into your regular cursor. Okay. Now we got our centers set and our sprites are resized. We can start coding. So first, select the hook. Then go to the Events tab and click on a When Green Flag Clicked piece. Then go down to the Control tab and add in a Forever piece. Finally, we're going to go to the Motion tab and we're going to add the Go To Mouse Pointer piece. So click on it and drag it inside the Forever piece. Then click on that little black arrow to bring down this drop-down menu and select Rope. Now if we start our game, the hook will continuously go to the bottom of the rope. Click on the red stop sign to stop our game, and now we're going to add some code into our rope. So select the rope and you should see the code that we just wrote will disappear. That is because this code belongs to the hook. So if we select rope, the code will no longer be there. We're going to go back to the Events tab and add in another when green flag clicked piece. Then we're going to head to the Motion tab, and we're going to add in a piece that reads go to X, a certain number, Y, and another number. So click and drag that piece and place it underneath the when green flag click piece. Now we're going to change these figures to read 230 in the X field, and in the Y field it's going to read 150. Now this code is going to position our rope at the top right hand side of the screen whenever the game starts. Okay. Now we're going to add some code that's going to enable the player to move the hook and the rope from side to side. So head to the Control tab again and add in a forever piece. Then we're going to add in an if-then piece. Then we're going to head down to the Sensing tab and look for the piece that says key space pressed. We're going to add that piece inside the diamond shape of the if piece. Then select the black arrow next to the word space and click on right arrow. Then we're going to head to Motion and add in the first piece, move 10 steps. Okay. Now if we press the green flag and we press the right arrow, you'll see the hook and the rope will move. Okay, let's stop our game and we're going to repeat this code, but this time we're going to set it to whenever we press the left arrow. So we're going to go to Control. We're going to add another if piece. This time we're going to place it underneath the first if piece, but still inside the forever piece. We're going to head back to Sensing and add another key space pressed piece. This time we're going to select the black arrow and click on left arrow. Then we're going to head to Motion and add another move 10 steps piece. But this time we're going to change the number 10 to -10. So the piece will read move -10 steps. Okay. Now once you have this piece of code, you can click on the green flag and test your game, and you should be able to move it from left to right.